Good evening, my name is Draxyr. I will be casting this game, AOL versus NN, all one lane versus Naughty Nips. A pretty decisive matchup for both teams in terms of street cred. Barbie's Naughty, the captain of Naughty Nips, shit-talking AOL almost every day of the week. But, of course, it is completely reciprocated. We are looking at a year-long or more rivalry between Kid of Fire and Barbie's Naughty, so it's going to be a game to watch for sure. Let's talk about the compositions really fast. Shen versus Malphite in the top lane, GVG versus Spike. Of course, Spike being a top laner before, but not necessarily his main role, might struggle a bit in this matchup, especially with Shen having the priority. That empowered heal dealing. Ooh, talking is already hard. Dealing that empowered magic damage to that Malphite, who often stacks armor, so that is a pretty big deal there. Zac jungle going to be a strong team fighter and a pretty strong ganker as well, countered pretty well by the Warwick, who is one of the strongest early mid-game champions. Canadian going to have to make an impact in this early game, or Zac will outscale in terms of team fight potential in the late game. Cassiopeia versus Ahri. Cassio does have the advantage in this matchup, having been brought back into the meta with the Seraph Embrace. Changes Archangel Staff being a much stronger item in general nowadays. Cleanse Flash going to be a menace in the mid lane. We have to see how AOL plays around Omen with that Cassio. And of course in the bot lane, Varus Nami, pretty standard lane here. Varus being decently strong with the Ginsu's Rage Blade Power Spike, and of course Nami being a perfectly well-rounded support. And for the AOL bot lane, Xayah Rakan, one of the strongest bot lanes in the game, in the early game especially. And we'll see how it plays out. The game is going to load in. Let me be right back. Oh, that is me. Hello, hello. Let me be right back. I should probably turn off the picture, shall I? There we go. I'll be right back. Got to refill my water bottles. Make sure I have enough voice to cast this game as we get into Game 1 of AOL versus Naughty Nips. The game loading up now. My water bottles are ready. My body is ready for this matchup. See if Naughty Nips, a big contender in the Duo League, BSG, always in the top 5 at least, versus AOL, the struggling team from the middle of the pack. Can we get a 2-0 for Naughty Nips, securing their playoffs 100%, showing their dominance along with teams the like of Piping Esports, or will it be the upset 0-2 for AOL, the underdog team, for sure in this matchup? My voice is already feeling it. And of course the possibility of the 1-1 tie. A decent game for both teams, one after another. 5-point spread coming up for both teams. Pretty standard stuff here. No invades, no cheesy maneuvers as seen in the Piping versus Roar Game 2 of today, where 5-man invade into the top side, scored them a kill on the enemy Camille, almost securing the game, really, just with that early lead. Going to have to keep an eye on all 3 lanes. Cassio with a massive aggression potential onto the Ahri. Of course, Ahri taking Ignite, going to have some combat capability as well. Can't dismiss Kid of Fire on that Ahri completely. Bot lane with the Doran Shield start out of Xayah. All-in potential still there, though not as great without that extra AD. However, if the all-in does not work, of course, with the Exhaust Ignite spellbook cheese from the Rakan, going to provide a bit of extra sustain in general. Warwick starting in the top side. Let's see if the leash goes down. If Naughty Nips can detect this happening, might be quite influential. Zach starting Raptors, going to allow his bot lane some priority here. Looks like both teams going for the fake leash, sitting in the bush, not wanting to let the enemy know what their jungler path is. Going to be slightly confusing for both teams as well. No leash going down by the Malphite. Definitely looks like Zyrakan leashed that blue buff. Warwick moving over to his second camp of the game. Zach moving down to his red buff. Will this be a red buff Krugs clear? Very unorthodox from the Zach, who usually pass pretty traditionally in the mid lane. Kid of Fire getting pressured by Omen's level 2 power spike. Half HP taken down. 3 CS disadvantage, and going to be lane pressure as well for the Snake Lady. The top lane, Shen already showing his presence. Level 2 all in as well in the top lane. Going to take Spike to about 75% HP. Corrupting Pot burned. That is one tool of sustain that is gone forever until he backs at least. Going to make laning phase significantly harder. Level 2 all in is going down for Naughty Nips on both sides, showing their lane dominance in their individual laners for sure. Canadian champ is finished his level 3 clear. Zach is on the blue buff as well, about to finish his. Oh, a little bit far away. Actually, he might struggle with this a little bit. Warwick on his Gromp. Of course, that early clear advantage going to our Wolf in green. Canadian champ significantly ahead now of the Zach with that Raptors clear. Not in green, almost getting executed by his blue buff. Very close. Warwick is looking for blood. Coming up for the Scuttle Crab. Now has opportunity to gank either the Cassio. Cassio warding the top side, not knowing that the Warwick started the bot side. Warwick's going to go do a little digging into the enemy jungle here. No wards available. This could be big for AOL. Warwick coming along the bot side. Robbie's naughty in hindsight on Varus and Nami. Might get caught out by this gank. Warwick comes in with the gank. Rakan looks for the W. Double flash coming in from the Naughty Nips bot lane. And that will be 2 summoner spells burned in favor of AOL. Warwick has no camps left to clear. Might look for a cheesy early Cloud Dragon here, not having the bravery to go for it. Zach struggling with his clear, just catching up with the Warwick in terms of camps. Warwick coming in for the repeat gank. Will this succeed? He's staying right outside of the vision. They do not see him. The ward does not see him. So if he can make it fast enough, Ziffy moving forward, they're really respecting the range of that W in the top lane. Shen taunts forward, landing 3 empowered Qs onto the Malphite. Trade not going as well as it could be. This is difficult, boys. I'm gonna struggle. Warwick putting a lot of pressure bot lane, sacrificing his camp respawn timers quite significantly. We'll see if it makes a difference in this level 6 rush by both junglers. Warwick stopping his back. Red buff has been canceled. Going for the early dragon. This could be huge. Cloud Drake with the recent patch being buffed to provide in-combat movement speed. Tripled out of combat, of course. Now quite a formidable dragon up there with the ocean and mountains. Of course, nothing quite getting to the dominance of the fire dragon. Looking at the lanes, pretty standard stuff coming in from both sides. Xayah, Rakan having a slight CS lead in the mid lane. Kid of Fire struggling a little bit, 7 CS behind. However, he has to stay back up. Only 1 pot burned, so surviving that early game quite well. Dodging the poison. Canadian champ soloing this dragon. They do not know about this yet. Smite is available. He's taken quite low. Naughty Green sitting in this bush just waiting for something to happen. And the dragon will go over to AOL. Cloud Dragon, first dragon of the game. As Zach moves forward, realizing he has been duped in this jungle mind game. Warwick moving over to his wolves, going to catch up in terms of camps. Of course, Zach might look for the cheesy bot lane gank here. Both Ziffy and Hero of Termina on Rakan and Xayah respectively are quite pushed up. Zach comes in for the jump, lands it on Ziffy. Ziffy dodges it with his W. Of course, manages to get away. Naughty Green might land a double knockup. However, Zach is taken quite low, going to have to back off. And the gank fails without any summoners burn for the bot lane of AOL. The top lane, Shen accumulating himself a CS lead. However, Malphite not taken quite low enough to have any real lane pressure to speak of. In the mid lane, both laners hitting level 6. We might see a little bit more action. Of course, Omens all in Cassiopeia with the ultimate if it lands the stun. Being around 2 to 2.5 seconds, I believe, guarantees quite a few Twin Fang E-presses. Does a lot of damage with the poison. Rakan misses the W onto Hindsight. No flash available, but not going to be able to take advantage of it either way. Ziffy not finding the position needed to punish this Varus Nami. Just too long range for him to really get range to do much. See, I have 2 cups of water here, and they're both about the size of those big Coke jugs, and one is already almost gone. I'm going to go through several cups before the night is over. Ziffy misses another W, losing a little bit of lane pressure every time he does so. In the mid lane, Ari finds a much more favorable backtop. In the top lane, Shen lands a big taunt onto Spike, taking him to 50% HP with no mana, no corrupting pots left. Spike now significantly losing this lane. Zac is playing in the top side. Warwick spotted out by a good ward by Cassiopeia, moving over to the red buff, going to hit level 6 quite soon. Might actually be off this red buff. Zac looking for a cheesy gank onto his Malphite, quite weak without mana and without any resistances to speak of. As of yet, not a first buy gone down for either of these top laners. Pretty standard game here. No deaths going down. The flashes are going to come back up for the bot lane of Naughty Nips. Not going to be punished whatsoever. The CS lead has diminished greatly. Looks like just by pure micro. Hindsight is caught out. However, Zaki comes down, misses onto the Malphite. Oh, the double ultimate comes in. Canadian champ lands the chase. No, misses his ultimate onto GVG on the house. Naughty Green might be taken down here. Teleport is available by GVG to keep him alive a little bit longer. However, the Empower Q goes down onto the Warwick. Shen's gonna fall, and Zac comes back alive. Cassiopeia is moving up to the top side. However, Ari, Kid of Fire is reciprocating the movement. Zac ease in completely off the mark, and it is a 1-for-0 on the side of AOL. I think the battle's over. If it continues, a big misstep by both teams. GVG not respecting the damage of Warwick in the early game, trying to protect his friend on that Zac. Really should have backed off and used his teleport instead. Ziffy with the ultimate W lands onto Varus. Flash is not available yet. This could be a kill for the Xayah. Oh, Flash just comes up. He was spamming that 100% Ignite lance. However, the Rakan is rooted under tower, and as well as the Xayah, both going to be taken down to extremely low HP. Has to flash the bubble. Slight misplay. Not going in fast enough on that Xayah Rakan. Not timing the flashes correctly. Hindsight has to burn Flash Heal. However, 4 summoners burned on the side of AOL. A significant disadvantage. However, this might get them a slight CS advantage, though, in that regard. Going to be a positive for AOL. Yeah, it was really a timing issue there. If they went in just a couple seconds earlier, the flash would not have come up for Hindsight at that moment. Really, just unfortunate timing. Would have been a guaranteed kill on the Varus. In the top lane, CS not equalizing anytime soon. Shen going to build up more and more of a lead. Warwick now level 7, a level ahead of his green goo opponent. Ari and Cassiopeia ults available. Still not seeing much action in this mid lane. Both laners just trying to farm, not really trying to be aggressive in any case. Even after that level 2 all-in from Omen that we saw. This is one of the big downfalls of a BSG competitive league, of course. When laners are not experienced enough to understand when certain characters are stronger than others, you see a lot of lulls into action, as we do see now. Oh, a taunt comes down in the top lane. Shen manages to get the 3 empowered autos off onto the Malphite, not the Maokai. Take him to about 80% HP. A little bit of a trade going on there. Some lane dominance being showed. Really the only lane dominance that we're actually seeing. Oh, the ultimate comes in on both sides. Ziffy misses the W, and Canadian Champ misses his ultimate. Oh, Omen has ultimate available. Canadian Champ dodges it by moving away. This is going to be a kill for Omen. Oh, the outplay from Omen onto Canadian Champ and Kid of Fire. The ultimate and charm missed on the side of AOL. Mechanical misplays going down. Ziffy in the bot lane missed his W, not finding the engage that he wanted onto Nottingham's bot lane. That is a massive misplay in the mid lane. Mechanically could have been a free kill onto Omen if anything was landed, but both charm and the ultimate missed. Zac is looking for the gank in the mid lane. Kid of Fire has no flash or ultimate. This is definitely a kill onto Ari. With the land the Zac ult, give the kill over to Omen. That is a 2-for-0 on the side of Naughty Nips. Great gank by Zac, knowing that they already had no flash nor ultimate. No way to get out of that, really. Well played indeed, showing a little bit more controlled play on the side of Naughty Nips rather than the wildly aggressive play of AOL, as we've seen in the past couple of weeks with this new roster. However, the bot lane has changed up a little bit. Not seeing Bluedit on AD carry or Sushi on support, of course. Now Hero and Ziffy instead. So see how that plays into the mid and late game. Of course, while the pace currently is Naughty Nips, it is no one's game quite yet, even with the comp differences. Of course, Cassiopeia out late gaming the Ari, and of course Zach out late gaming the Warwick. Not necessarily a win in either case. This is not Diamond or Masters or higher. Warwick looking for the free Infernal Dragon. The Tiamat might proc the aggro. Zach is here, however, to counter. Is Warwick going to start this up? They don't know where Zach is. This could be the kind of wildly aggressive play that we've seen to start this and kind of coin flip it to see which way it goes. In the top lane, Shen ultimate is available. So, Omen face checks the brush. Canadian going to do a lot of damage here. Ultimate Lance teleport comes in from Malphite. Zach comes in with the E cancel. Oh, the Malphite completes the teleport. Looks like they're going to commit fully to this Infernal Dragon. Omen had cleanse available, not decided to use it on the Warwick ult. Interestingly enough, if there were any members of AOL there, that would have been a guaranteed death for that Snake Lady. Shen is pushing in the top lane hard. Malphite's going to lose even more CS for this. Malphite's looking for an extremely forced engage here. AOL kind of at a loss of what to do. Shen is putting a lot of chip damage onto this top tower, and Malphite has to back in defeat. No teleport available. This could be a massive play on the side of Naughty Nips if they understand what just happened here in terms of macro play. Teleport not being available for Spike. He's just back. They could force a huge play in the bot lane here and just win the game immediately. Doesn't look like they're doing that anytime soon, though. Not having the vision necessary or the balls. Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Or the courage. Maybe gentrify my language a little bit. Ari and Warwick moving down to this Infernal. Looks like dragons are a big priority for AOL this game, as it should be. Zach is here, though, not farming his jungle for the past 3 minutes. Either jungler, really, stuck at 50 and 85 respectively. Not committing so hard to this jungle pressure onto this dragon, not actually gaining any individual strength for their own. Falling behind in levels quite heavily. Warwick level 8 compared to the average level 10 for the solo laners. And, of course, Zach being at level 7, significantly behind. This dragon is so heavily prioritized right now. However, AOL has complete vision control of this. Are they going to start it up? Xayah is left alone in the bot lane. Rakan trying to provide some extra vision. Is the dragon started? We don't know. The dragon has been started. However, hindsight is on the case. With that hindsight, foresight really, to see that might be occurring. AOL's vision control is almost complete here of this dragon. However, like I have to mention, oh, the Zach, he's into 3 members of AOL. This is a kill, my friends. Kill him. Oh, the Shen ult comes down. Is it going to complete? No, the Shen ult is not completed. Warwick lands the ult onto the Varus. This is a 4v4. Shen teleport begins. Malphite ult cancels it. In the top lane, this is still a 4v4. However, Naughty Nips is an extreme HP differential. They do have a greater range, though, so that could play a factor in this next fight. Warwick speeds in with his W. Movement speed. What is my camera doing? Zach goes down. No passive available. No Cassio ult. Oh, the big Xayah root goes down on 3 members of Naughty Nips. This could be a wipe. My friends, Cassio looking for the response kill. Xayah ult comes down. Oh, the flash dodges the root. However, Warwick comes in with the tower dive. Beautifully played by AOL. Massive misplay on the side of Naughty Nips, and that will not only be first tower, but the Infernal Dragon. This could very well be the game. Fantastically played by Canadian Champ, forcing summoners out of hindsight with that ultimate, and of course the fear, and a huge root coming it down by Hero, not even with his ultimate, just landing it with his W. Rooting 3 members of Naughty Nips. Massive play in that regard. Of course, Fire dealing out some damage as well. Spike in the top lane, a little bit of a shout out, canceling the Shen teleport, making sure it's not a 5v4 situation. That is first tower and Infernal Drake, a 4-for-0, I believe, in favor of AOL. Taunt lands in the top lane. This could be a solo kill onto the Malphite. Has to flash away. Great flash from Spike. Would have almost certainly died if another auto came down. However, Spike kind of pushing his limit here. The taunt cooldown is going to come up for GVG in the house, and he is backing off respectfully, knowing that that flash taunt flash, however he pleases, will be a solo kill. Almost certainly. Pretty common mistake in general, though. If you're playing any tank versus Shen, build some MR, because the main source of his damage, while he does a lot of physical, is magic damage. The empowered Q coming down deals percent HP magic damage. So having just a little bit of MR in that regard will help you a lot, especially against a Zach Cassio jungle mid A lot of your itemization choices should not only come from your enemy laner, but also who the jungler is and nearby laners as well. So, for example, if I'm playing Fiora top lane, right, and I'm against a Rumble top lane, but I'm against a Kha'Zix, I am way less likely to build Merc Treads just because Merc Treads are completely useless against the Kha'Zix. Moving on into this game, Malphite and Shen, a lane swapping, pretty standard stuff here. Let's see if the junglers play this next phase of the game properly. Zac looks for the jump, missing it onto Zippy, dodging away with his W quite quickly, not risking being a fish that's caught at the end of a hook. Hit a fire, looking for some pick action on the Shen. There's a pink ward in the tri-bush. They might look for this. Spike has ult available. This could be a solo kill on GVG in the house. The ultimate flashed by GVG in the house. Massive play by the Shen. Almost would have certainly died, not being a very tanky champion in general. Wow, what a play. Okay, it sounds like I'm sarcastic, but that's actually a pretty good play. To flash a Malphite ultimate does require some, not only latency in terms of like low ping, but some skill as well, you know. Definitely shouldn't sound sarcastic there. Rakan dashing away to his lover with his E, a very guaranteed escape path in general, unless it is stopped. Oh! Warwick ult lands onto Cassio. Ultimate cancels it. However, Owen in trouble. No flash or cleanse available. That is a kill for AOL on the mid laner. Owen going down. 30-second death timer. In the top lane, Zac is playing hard for this top lane pressure, looking for the jump. Oh, the bubble misses onto Zippy. Great W away. Not going to be too cocky, just eat the bubble into the Zac CC chain combo. W away, instantly respecting the playmaking potential of the Nami. However, Warwick is moving up. This could be a big play or a bad play. AOL lands a massive Rakan ult W combo. Zaya's not in position. Ultimate teleport comes in from Spike. There are 5 members of AOL here. Teleport canceled in the bot lane. And Barbie's naughty on the Nami. We'll go down. My voice hurts. Oh, Canadian champ tanking the tower. Not realizing there's a tower there. Thinking that this game is already over. Not quite, my friends. Do not underestimate the power of throws in gold and under. We will see if AOL can keep up the solid macro play that they have had so far. And the pause. Green has got 400 ping, says the Cassiopeia. Looks like he's had that 400 ping all game, considering he is significantly behind Canadian champ on the Warwick in terms of pressure. 0-1-1 versus 3-1-3. And in fact, around 40 to 50 CS behind as well. 400 ping. 2 FPS. Playing on a toaster. Unfortunate for the Zac jungle. Oh, and the game will be resuming. Zaya Rakan, of course, on that Rift Herald, trying to provide any pressure they can for the team. Warwick going a little bit aggressive. However, there's a numerical disadvantage here. Zaya Rakan are not here. Malphite has no teleport available. This is a 2v3 situation. Canadian champ in a bad spot. Plant tries to blast plant away. Will die for his troubles. No ultimate or flash available. Oh, Kid of Fire goes aggressive with his ultimate. Going to not find the charm. Of course, Omen had ultimate and cleanse available. Not really in any danger. Canadian champ dying there. A significant change of pace. However, the Rift Herald is secured, so no significant change there in general. We'll see if they can hold this mid lane. Kid of Fire with no mana is essentially as useless as a Teemo with full tank. Actually, not even tanky, really. What I'm trying to say is he auto-attacks, and that's about it. Luden's Echo secured. 20% CDR. That is a pretty big fox in the mid lane, actually. Once he completes that second item as well as Sorcerer's Boots, he will be able to deal a lot of damage to the front line of Naughty Nips as well as to the Varus or Nami if he decides to get on top of them. In terms of macro play in the top lane, 30 CS down for the Malphite. Not really changing much from laning phase, so pretty standard there. Of course, the jungler difference we mentioned before. Mid lane has changed almost not at all. A couple solo kills on the Cassio, not solo kills I should say, but kills on the Cassio, gaining a little bit of a advantage for Kid of Fire where he originally was at a disadvantage. However, the thing I want to point out here is Hero of Termina actually managing to gain a significant CS lead. Well, significant relatively, of course, considering that it was pretty even in the early game. So macro-wise, doing pretty well. No major missteps from either team. Of course, the catch on Canadian champ being a bit of a problem. Oh my gosh, I just noticed Warwick built sated not sated, but Bloodraiser going to have a bit more attack speed in sacrificing the HP from Cinderhulk. We'll see if it makes a difference. If he goes down quickly in the next couple team fights, you know what is the blame. Red Smite only going to be helping out against a single target. Kid of Fire misses the charm onto Omen. They still need to respect this cleanse. It's a big factor. Malphite might look for the ultimate here. Zac looking for the counter engage already in the back. This is a 4-1 situation with the jungler not really knowing what to do at this point in the game. AOL kind of doing this weird chicken dance around the mid lane. You cannot siege this mid lane when you don't have long range poke, which of course they do not have. Zyricon being a relatively short range bot lane, of course Ari being a brawly type mid range fighter, not going to be able to land any significant poke, especially against a Nami. Giving up a free tower to the Shen in the top lane, definitely misplaying the macro a little bit. However, Dragon is up, and it is another Infernal Dragon, ultimate and teleport available for the Shen. Big W lands onto the Zac. Actually, that's just one person. Zac ult might land on 3 people here. There's no follow-up whatsoever. 5 members of AOL are here. Shen ultimate will not go through once again. Zac passive has been procced. However, teleports coming in by the Shen. Zac is momentarily invulnerable. Zac might escape here. Big taunt by the Shen onto both AD carry and support of AOL. However, Malphite will kill the Zac, and Warwick is here to clean up the fight. 5 members still alive for AOL. It looks like the Warwick's dueling pressure is just too much. And it will be a 4-0 with Infernal Dragon for AOL. This should be the game. Malphite going to secure a juicy wave top lane. This Shen not learning his lesson, keeps ulting the Zac, not being able to finish the transmission. Zac just dies too quickly, and of course he is significantly behind. The bot lane Rift Herald has been popped. There's going to be another tower for AOL, and the gold lead will climb to about 7k. And the mid lane tower will fall as well, and the gold lead has been boosted to 8,000 gold in the hands of Warwick and Ari mostly, but of course the global gold going to add up, giving Hero some extra items, opting for the rapid fire cannon. Interesting itemization choice. Of course, I think in general Shiv being a stronger pickup for burst damage and wave clear as well. Mid lane, pretty standard pickups here. 30 magic pens secured flat for the Ari with that new item. I actually don't know what it's called, but I know it's essentially the same thing as the old haunting guys. In the top lane, Iceborne Godly going to be secured by the Malphite. He's going to be dishing out some damage. Not as tanky as he could be, but going to be another damage threat for the next 10 minutes or so on that Malphite. Do not underestimate the power of a rock. While he does nothing, as the meme goes, he can do nothing to your AD carry and have your AD carry do nothing as well. And when I say do nothing, I mean die. Baron being hovered here. Spike has ultimate available. Both bot lane members of Naughty Nips are out of position. Warwick might find the catch onto Omen. Both Flash and Cleanse are available. The old Cassio will land Zac with the counter engage. However, there are 4 members of AOL here. The taunt will land onto the Zac, and that goes down. Both members, bot lane members of Naughty Nips, are out of position. This might be a Baron call for AOL. Spike still has teleport available, and the Baron is starting. Keep in mind, Canadian champ has no Cinderhulk. With the State of Blowers, it will do more damage, but will take more damage as well. Rakan holding the gates with good vision control by AOL in the enemy jungle. Looks like it would be a uncontested Baron Nasher for all one lane. In the bot lane, Spike could be in a bit of trouble here. Verisol might land. Nami coming in with the flank. Spike going to Q, get the movement speed to try and get out. Look at the Q damage put down on the Varus there. That's one ability and almost 80% of him. What a tank. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Keep an eye. Oh, Ziffy has not changed his summoner spells, not utilizing the actual point of summoner spellbook. Does not have Flash available yet in this mid game, so crucial. That's actually a massive misplay. Let's see if he changes it up on the next back. Hopefully he does, trading out that Ignite for a Flash. Be way more useful than the current Ignite Exhaust matchup he currently setup he currently running. Nope, he runs out of he runs out of base with no Flash on Rakan. My friends, Ignite Exhaust is for lane only. Once you leave laning phase, you should not have that set up anymore. All members of all one lane being decently strong here. Keep in mind, Deadman's play has been completed for Warwick. Going to be fast and tanky as well. Malphite going to be a frontline menace. I really don't think they have the damage to really break through. This looks like a lost game in general. 2 Infernal Drakes going to increase the Ari and Zaya's damage as well. Shen has ultimate available. Could look for a big fight here. Spike with the flank. Might be coming in for the tower dive. Naughty Green has to E. Ooh, nice E, bud. With the Baron. Oh, Warwick comes in big with the flank. Looking for some pressure in the spot lane. This is a bit of a split in terms of pressure. This is not the correct way to pressure down inhibitor turrets, but we'll see if it works out. Xayah putting some chip damage onto the tower. Kid of Fire chipping in as well. There really should be someone pushing in this top wave. Oh, Rakan W's in. Oh, the engage comes in. Ziffy misses the RW. Going to land the taunt onto Owen. Cleanse comes down. This is a really bad tower dive. Zac E going to be dodged by the Xayah R. Ultimate will miss by the Zac. Kid of Fire and Hero onto the Zac in the backline. Shen taunt will land onto the Warwick in the backline. Malphite is tanking 4 million damage. And Kid of Fire and Hero are here to clean up. The charm will miss onto the Shen, of course, and will allow him to live because of that. Small mechanical misplays like this can cost you fights, my friends. Make sure you land your important abilities. War match completed for the Zac. Going to make him a little bit tankier. We might see the first inhibitor tower of the game fall. And, of course, the inhibitor immediately after. Hero. That was an extremely misplayed fight by AOL, but because they're just so strong, it doesn't matter. And, of course, Malphite tanking 4 million people for like 20 seconds. And of course, exaggeration, but still not bad. Oh, pausing. Oh, pausing. 29 minutes left on the pause. Hopefully not. Actually, I might just fall asleep. Casting is hard when your throat hurts, boys. I have to refill my water bottle. My waters. After this next one. Go to the bathroom, too. But wow, it can only hold so much water. It's like, the water is good for my throat, good for my kidneys, not necessarily good for, like, my recycling system. Probably not what I should call that. Oh, wait. Moving on. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. The standings, 2 Infernals, and a Cloud Dragon available. Not available, but taken by AOL. Going to make them a lot stronger in these late game fights. 4 items completed for the Xayah. Of course, going to make her really strong. Can really chunk through anyone on the enemy team that she so desires, except for Shen with his W active. Completely canceling out auto attack damage. Rakan not picking... I don't think he likes summoner spells, honestly. And even in that last fight, he didn't use any of them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Nami not really itemizing anything yet. Only has her support item and a couple of fairy traps. That's what happens when you're behind as a support, my friends. You're actually a potato. Varus with 3 items completed might be able to do some damage to everyone but Malphite. Malphite's not really going to take any damage at all. Cassio, of course, going to scale up. Only has 2 items completed, I should say, with that Seraph's Embrace. Going to be a pretty strong boy. Probably not strong enough to be the carry that her team needs. Of course, Zac is just too squishy at this point. I'm fairly certain Zac doesn't have enough HP to actually proc the Warmox passive. Oh, he just barely makes it by 90 HP. So he does have it. He's still going to be extremely squishy, though. No resistances to speak of. Ninja Tabi being the only thing. And, of course, the Shen basically being the strongest member on the Naughty Nips lineup at this moment. 3 items completed. Titanic, Sunfire, Mercs. Not bad. Not bad. Next dragon will be a Ocean Drake. Not going to add too much to the arsenal that AOL currently possess, but a dragon's a dragon. First inhibitor has been taken. Spike has flash and teleport available. Hindsight could be caught out of position here. Has a flash available. RW does land into the Warwick ult. CC chain for days. Does not decide to flash the initial RW engage from Ziffy. Either that or not having the reaction time to do so. Not displaying the same reaction time as GVG in the house with that ultimate flash the Malphite ult play that he pulled off just moments earlier. With no AD carry, though, the wave is pushing in the top, mid, and bot side. We'll see if AOL can close this game out cleanly, I should say. Canadian champ caught in between a little bit of a hard place. That ground being one of the strongest abilities in the game. Slowing you down. Oh, the engage comes in for Kid of Fire, missing almost everything. Charm just fails to land. Xayah and Rakan ulted. However, Spike is here to save the day. The Xayah ult will not save her from death. The Spike is fighting Omen right now. Omen not really going to be able to do much to this rock. Canadian champ zooming in. Kid of Fire now in trouble. Has no flash or ultimate available. Could be in a bit of trouble now. I'm just letting direct to camera control the camera for now. The bubble will land onto the Warwick. No summoner spells available for the Rakan. This could be a wipe for AOL in favor of Naughty Nips. Canadian Tramp trying to find a kill onto GVG. Flash comes away. Naughty Green will land the knockup. However, Canadian wants to keep fighting. Ziffy ult comes back up from the Varus. Engaged earlier. Will die pitifully. 3 members of AOL still standing, but Naughty Nips has to back off to defend. Oh, the ultimate came back up for Canadian Champ. Will immediately kill the Varus in 1 shot. Zac will go down. Passive is available. Kid of Fire job. Oh no, he's taking tower in the back. If he takes 1 more shot, he's dead. Naughty Green will fall. Canadian Champ going to survive by the skin of his teeth. That will be another inhibitor, most likely, for AOL. Like I said before, shoddily played team fight, but because they're so ahead, it doesn't matter. Ooh, the bubble lands on Canadian Champ, but Nami has no damage to speak of, so he will get away with his life. Ocean Dragon going to be the next thing to take, and of course the top inhibitor will fall. 1 Nexus Tower gone. It's all AOL. We'll see if they can continue this into game 2. There's almost no way they lose. Oh, another pause! You know, these are more pauses than Duo League usually has. I think I'm just unlucky or something. It really slows down the excitement and the tempo of the game when you have these pauses. It actually probably screws with the players more than me, considering I'm just casting. My nose started bleeding, says Cassiopeia. That's kind of... Ooh. I think his nose is bleeding because of the 1-2 uppercut that AOL is delivering to their team right now. But like I said, this game is all but over. What we have to really watch is the second game. Will it be a similar outcome to the RAR versus Piping matchup of today, where RAR managed to take us astounding game 1, but completely flopping game 2 to the higher ranked Piping Esports? And AOL pull it off? We'll find out. But all we have to do for now is wait and chill for AOL to close this out. Like I said, we're looking for a clean finish. Not finding it so far. A lot of misplays coming through from everyone on AOL. No one kind of playing this perfectly. Spike, of course, being a rock, not really doing much in the first place. It's hard to do something wrong when you do nothing good in the first. Okay, maybe I'm pushing this meme a little hard, but you know, Malphite's a rock. Big rock. And in this case, he's a really heavy rock. His ultimate probably does around like 350 damage straight up, and then his E plus the Sunfire Cape probably does another like 300 damage. So just in 1 shot, he can do around 800 magic damage. That's enough to put Varus out of his misery. Spirit Visage completed for Warwick, even with the Blood Razor buy, while gimping his early game damage, and, well, not necessarily damage, but early game tankiness by quite a lot. He has recovered that almost completely. Ziffy looking for the flank, might get a good engage off for the first time this game. Excite, exhaust, still no flash. Aphromoo is rolling over in his bed right now, or his grave, or whatever. No flash available. Zac might look for the big engage here. If he can land a massive ultimate. Zac, ult comes in. Shen ult going to try and save him. He goes down immediately. Malphite, oh, big ult onto Nami and Cassiopeia. Will knock them both up. This is going to be a complete wipe for AOL. Redemption comes down. Kid of Fire looking for the kill onto the Cassiopeia. Hindsight in trouble now. No flash or heal available. And it's just GVG in the house on Shen left 1v5. It's going to be an ace for AOL. Game's over, boys. Next game. GG well played coming in from Canadian. GG well played indeed. Not really well played. It was a good game. Not really well played. But you know, we take what we can get. We take what we can get. Alright, on to the client now. Let's make sure I don't take too long on this switch. Ooh. Alright, I gotta switch out my water bottles. My voice is dry and raw, and I actually still have to eat dinner after this too. Oh my gosh. Whew. Casting is fun, boys. I love casting. Casting is great. And part of the fun of casting, of course, is watching these people play, because they're pretty good, you know? And they surpass my expectations every time. Not just, of course, AOL, who I was and am the coach for like the past couple of weeks, but also Naughty Nips. You know, people play well in the Duo League. Significantly better than Gold Solo Q. 100%. Significantly, of course, being a relative term in general. But it's pretty good. And it's fun to watch. It makes it entertaining. A good fight put up by AOL and Naughty Nips in this game. We'll see, like I said, if they can continue it into game 2. Good play coming for AOL, or will Naughty Nips come back for the 1-1? I gotta make these guys gotta get me in. They're not inviting me right now. Maybe I can hop into their chat and see what they're thinking and saying, so you guys can see. Of course. See if they can invite me.
Play?
Hello.
What's up, Drax?
Hey, my. Oh wait, I gotta. So
Mike
you
muted.
guys can hear me, but they can't.
Okay,
hear
so
me.
wait, what did we decide there? Are we banning the Zaya or are we just gonna let him have it?
Ban.
Do you want to ban Zaya instead of
Wait,
Rise?
you guys didn't invite me?
No. Oh wait. Should we?
Wait, invite him.
How the hell do I cast?
Should we? He's
Oh yeah, sorry.
gonna be fucking.
How the hell do I
doing shit.
cast?
Yeah. Drax, did you like that game, man? It was so clean. Well, not exactly the cleanest, but we fucking.
I mean, you get to see my opinion on it when I upload this YouTube.
All right.
I think he feels the enemy team inted more than anything.
We can
Yeah.
watch the casting together like a big happy.
Yeah,
family.
Let's do that.
You guys are still on camera too, so all of this will be heard as well.
Okay.
Wow, that Canadian champ guy
Hi,
is
Mom.
fucking good. Holy shit!
Nice blood razor purchase, by the way.
Thank you.
Wait, Blood Razor?
Yeah, I flamed you thoroughly for that.
Wait.
one.
Wait,
Thank
you
you.
bought a Blood Razor?
Hey, boys, listen.
Oh, and Zippy, I like how you didn't switch to Flash at any point in that game, and then.
I didn't need to.
Oh my God, Zippy, you made Afromu like turn over and his. Like I even mentioned that. Oh my God, Flash is probably the strongest tool for a Rakan. You're like, I don't need that.
I don't need that shit.
We disrespected them, Drax.
Yeah, I respect that, dude.
Yeah.
You
Like,
guys,
I completely
beat
forgot
them.
about it.
You guys beat
Are
them
we
so
ready?
thoroughly that you
Alright,
made their
don't-
mid laner get a nosebleed.
I
Yeah. Yeah,
exactly.
that was pretty great.
Nosebleed.
we're ready, right?
Yeah, I'm starting.
Oh, hero spectating. Oh, Blue Dit's subbing in. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. So I'm gonna ban. Do we want to switch out the Rise for Zaya or the Stead for Zaya?
All right,
Like,
boys. I'm
We're
gonna
getting
mute
rid of
my mic
Zaya,
here.
I'd say
we would have to leave
Just
open
in
Tarek
case
would be the
they don't
same
want
thing.
To know, they don't want people to know their comments.
Rise
Like
has to
first
go
game.
off the table.
Fine, I'll just be over here, sharpening my feathers. Not a problem. I won't be denied. Right. Playtime's over.
Well, now I'm just mad.
All right, we are back. Spectator delays 1 minute and 20 seconds. I'm going to take this time to refill my water jugs and, of course, maybe hit the bathroom. Probably necessary. I'll be right back. Looking forward to game 2 of Naughty Nibs versus AOL. right, folks, I'm not sure what I'm looking forward to more, Game 2 or the food that will come after it. I'm pretty hungry at this point in time. All right, let's load into the game. Champ Select is being a little slow right now. All right, for the team comps, in the top lane, it is the exact same comp as it was before. Shen versus Malphite. Of course, the pressure going to Shen in that matchup. However, the jungle matchup has changed significantly with Olaf, Naughty Green against Canadian champ Shyvana. Shyvana having quite a bit of a damage increase with that pressy attack, so in a straight-up brawl might win it, depending on how Olaf plays his axes. However, Olaf with the stronger early game ganking potential with the perma-slow on his Q. In the mid lane, we have one of the most iconic matchups in terms of high elo, indeed. I've seen this a lot. Malzahar versus Vladimir. Malzahar with that permanent pushing single target menace with his ultimate being broken as hell. However, Vladimir coming in as well with that mid game, late game. I'm going to be able to one-shot your entire team. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to play against. Pause! Spike Bug Splat. In the bot lane, though, where it gets way more interesting, we have Blooded and Ziffy, a AD carry swap out hero not playing in this game. We have Tristana Ziffy with Tristana Janna going to be quite aggressive with this press the attack on Tristana, and Airy, of course, on Ziffy Ignite as well against Hindsight's Sivir and Barbie Naughty. Barbie's Naughty on this Taric. Sivir being a strong laner in general, however, Taric not being a strong laner, except in one regard with this E-Flash combo to land a gank potential. So we'll see how they play around that in specific. Going to be a fun game to watch, 100%. Checking through my sound settings here, make sure I am audible. Looks like everything is working as intended. Spike has reconnected. We should see the game start shortly. All eyes have to be on Canadian champ on Shyvana and Naughty Green on Olaf. The junglers are going to be controlling much of this game. Not a lot of solo kill potential going down for either side. Of course, except Omen in the mid lane. See if he can land a juicy E-Flash Ignite empowered Q combo onto Kid of Fire if he takes him low enough. Kid of Fire, of course, having the range advantage as well as the pushing advantage, might see a counter kill in response. Heal itemized for Kid of Fire, chosen. Going to be less effective unless he gets the heal off after, before the Ignite comes down. Grievous Wound's not applying yet. The reason why heal is generally taken in the mid lane, of course, because you can heal your jungler in a 2v2 situation. One of the strongest summoner spells in that specific scenario. Spike, see if he can land any good ultimates this game. He landed a couple last game, not being the one to carry the game necessarily, but pretty solid player in general for the first game of Naughty Nips versus AOL. Wow, this pause is quite long. Please hold. I'm going to close my eyes, and maybe it will be over by the time the sun rises tomorrow. Oh. You know, this is one of the downsides of casting alone, you know? You have no one to talk to. Red team waiting on that ready. Once it goes down, the game will begin. A lot of this comes down to how the mid laners play the mid game. Of course, Hindsight and Tristana going to be dealing some good damage, but if Vladimir can really pop off, that will be the victory for their team. And if Kid of Fire can lock him down, that will be the victory for his team. So we'll see how that goes. 5-man stack coming in from Naughty Nips. Might look for some cheesy invade potential here. Kid of Fire might be here in time to stop it. Kid of Fire walks into 5 people, not realizing that they're coming. Gets taunted by the Shen, and that will be a solo kill going over to Hindsight. Kid of Fire walks into 5 people. That is not how you 5-point spread, my friends. You 5-point spread with a bit of awareness to it, you know? Not walk into 5 people. That is truly unfortunate. Going to be a huge power difference now in the bot lane. Sivir going to be able to outpush the Tristana, I think, now with a little bit of Tarek's help, unless they severely misplay this lane. No Summoner's Burn for Kid of Fire. Taunt was forced to be taken first for the Shen, so going to make that lane a little bit easier for the Malphite. We'll see if that affects the game in any meaningful way. First blood for the AD carry. Let's go ahead and change up the spectator mode here. There we go. A longsword and an extra pot picked up. No other items because assist gold, when everyone's involved, is not enough. The Fire already putting down some pressure onto Omen. Not going to be doing a lot of damage. Dark Seal refillable pot is taken. He's looking for that kill pressure on the Malzahar. We'll see how Kid of Fire plays out that matchup. Maybe a little bit tilted after that first death. Hopefully not. Will be the downfall of AOL 100% if it does happen that way. Sivir already doing some good poke damage to both Ziffy and Blutit with that Q. However, Janna is responding in kind, breaking through that overheal shield with his W auto combo. Blutit dodging out of the boomerang throw expertly. As Ziffy looking for some aggressive poke here, going to take some minion aggro. Not a good trade. It's sad that we have to narrate the bot lane trading patterns because in the bot, mid, and top lane, there's literally nothing happening. Of course, the jungler patterns are pretty standard at this point. Olaf has completed Raptor's extremely fast clear for the Olaf. We'll see if that clear speed difference makes anything happen in the next couple of minutes. Taunt will land, however, the Empowered Q misses. Spike not capitalizing on that trade, not realizing that the Empowered Q did not go through. In the mid lane, Kid of Fire is at a full HP out level, however his passive is just procced by that E. Ziffy doing a lot of poke damage to Barbie's Naughty though, putting him to half HP. One pot has to be burned, that's only 2 pots left. If you can burn through those 2 pots, you can win the lane just off that. However, Tristana is significantly behind in terms of the CS game. Even though Ziffy's putting a lot of pressure down with just this W spam, it's not going to be any meaningful gain until either a kill or a CS lead happens. This kind of micro CS that we just watched, oh, he's missing so many farms just through micro mechanics. In the top lane, big CS advantage already going over to Shen, but that is generally how that goes. Nothing surprising there. Hopefully Malphite can get a lot of these minions under tower. Going to be a test of his top lane skill. This really is a question of how good are you as a top laner. You can farm under tower. Kid of Fire has his passive up. No kill pressure from the Vladimir whatsoever. However, Vladimir is gaining a CS lead already. It looks like Naughty Nips are just dominating this early game so far. Well, it looks like it might be uneventful. The pace is already all Naughty Nips. There's going to have to be some big play coming in from Canadian Champ to turn the tide of this game in AOL's favor. Otherwise, if they keep driving this pace forward with their late game comp as well, it's going to be spelling doom for AOL in this game too. Good W coming down from GVT in the house, blocking the grasp auto from Malphite, getting a grasp auto of his own. Bot lane CS differential not being equalized anytime soon. Kid of Fire falling really behind in this CS game. Actually taking stopwatch over Minion Dematerializer. No wonder he's struggling so hard. And of course, Blutit could be in a much better spot if he didn't miss so many farm in terms of specific micro. Shyvana looks for the early dragon. This is exactly the kind of lead that they need to get. Hindsight with a great spell shield manages to block the bomb. Certainly would have taken to extremely low HP levels. However, the press the attack. Oh, Shyvana's in a bit of trouble now. Olaf slow has landed. However, the bot lanes are coming up for the gang. Teleports are available. Ziffy in trouble now. Double flash coming in from AOL. Now, Blutit's in a bit of trouble. Has to flash the Tarek E. Olaf slow. Does not land onto anyone. Ziffy taken to a 1 HP. Naughty Green has 1 axe left. Will land on Blutit. No kills going down for either team in that specific trade. A lot of flashes burned by all 3 members of AOL in exchange for just exhaust. A big win for Naughty Nips in exchange for the Mountain Dragon. So really, not a win at all. We'll see if the Mountain Drag actually comes into play later in the game. Kid of Fire now out of mana. Going to struggle a little bit with this next wave and clearing it. We'll see if Vladimir knows how to punish this lack of mana or not. Not really posturing aggressively whatsoever. Welcome to BSG, Duo League Esports. Blutit and Ziffy staying in lane, trying to not fall behind. Blutit missing CS. No, no, no. Low on HP, low on mana. Already falling behind. Almost 20 CS. This is spelling disaster for the Tristana-Janna combo. That fight not going well for them. Flash available for the Taric. Could land a massive E flash play onto Ziffy. Would mean an instant solo kill. Not enough defensive abilities available. Barbie not really looking for it though. Double boomerang throw will land. Kid of Fire traded out his heal for the teleport. Going to teleport back to mid lane. Hopefully recover some of that CS difference. Oh, Barbie's not even moves forward. Not going to look for the stun at all. What is he doing? They don't have flash. Or she, I should say, considering the player is a girl. Ziffy and Bluedit. No tower dive potential, really. There's only 2 members of Naughty Nips here. However, Kid of Fire moves down. Ultimate is available. Oh, Flash Ultimate will come down. The Bluedit jumps in. Shen ult is available. Bluedit falls low. Heal will land. GBG in the house. Will flash forward, missing the taunt completely. However, Spike is here with ultimate available. Now Ziffy in trouble on that. Janna shield will come down. Omen going to be full HP after the ultimate lands. Kid of Fire trying to find an extra kill. Spike has ultimate available. Canadian Champ is here to support his team. Shen is out of the fight completely. Omen gets the kill onto Bluedit with an EW combo. However, Malphite gets the solo kill onto Sivir in the backline as well. Trading 1-for-1 evenly so far. Canadian Champ is half HP as well as Kid of Fire. Barbie's not completely out of position. Going to fall. Maybe 1 HP. Oh, the W tick lands it. This is a 4v2 situation. Ziffy in the back. Has enough mana to cast shield. GVG looking for the kills. GVG taunts into 3 people. Misses everyone. Hey, he hits everyone, but doesn't have any damage to actually follow it up on. Naughty Green now hunting down Canadian Champ. Spike here to protect him. All in all, a 3-for-1 trade in favor of AOL. Spike has no ultimate available, so he's literally just a rock at this point. Oh, Naughty Green flashes in! Canadian Champ has the ultimate available! Naughty Green might look for the solo kill on a Canadian Champ here. It looks like he's a little tilted, honestly. He doesn't like that fight didn't go in their favor. Big misplay by Naughty Green. The red buff as well will go over to Canadian Champ. So far, gold has equalized completely. Exactly even for both teams, even though there's a 3-kill lead in favor of AOL, just because those farm numbers are so slanted. Look at that top lane, 25 CS or more. In the mid lane, 12 CS. In the bot lane, 30 CS. This is why CS is important, my friends. Even if you get a big fight like that, at the end of the day, you're still just even. Try not to stack abilities protective together. That's a Janna W, not a massive Jinx rocket. You don't have to stack Guardian Shield, Spell Shield, and a Taric heal on top of it to protect you against it. He just kind of lost his window of time where he can abuse this lane. Oh, this Shen taunt lands onto Spike, taking him to about 65% HP. Good trades coming in from Shen, abusing that CS lead. Predator is available with ultimate for Olaf, but he's not in position to gank anything. Kid of Fire might be getting a blue buff from Canadian. Will allow him to permanently push this mid lane against a Vladimir. Great pickup for Kid of Fire. Gonna make this lane immeasurably easier for him. Shyvana keeping up with the Olaf in terms of clear. Now 3-0-1. A big part of this game will be on the Shyvana to carry. Press the attack being busted right now with 8% damage amplification. Definitely has the tools to do it. Spike struggling a little bit in this top lane, has no corrupting pots available. Completely out of sustain against GVG in the house. GVG looking for some extra poke. Big grasp hit onto the Malphite. Olaf is looking for the tower dive, but AOL do not have the vision to know this is coming. This is a dead rock in the top lane 100%. Kid of Fire does not have teleport available yet. Shyvana's on the wrong side of the map. Oh no, Spike. We will miss you, my friend. That is a dead rock. Spike has ultimate available. The taunt misses. This could be a big outplay by Spike. Double knockup lands onto the Shen. Shen is under tower. No flash available. 1 tower shot left. Ah, will not land. It was a good attempt by Spike, but will not get him any kills in response at the end of the day. Good try, good try. Shyvana now in the top lane. Ran all the way up there. Naughty Green and Shen looking for the outplay. Shen is at 1 HP though. Keep in mind. Oh, this is a 2v1 situation. Olaf will fall almost immediately. Flash is available for Canadian Champ. Will flash forward. The taunt lands. Will get him away. Most likely E might come up in a couple seconds here. Oh, he's diving in deep for this. Triumph will come up, but he gets a little bit of lifesteal. Ah, will die to the tower shot. Good try. That is actually a big kill for Shen to get, though. Going to be a lot of bounty going over to him. The bot lane some action happened. No summoners were burned or ultimates anyway, so not going to be netting into any increase. In the mid lane, the CS difference finally changing with that blue buff that Canadian champ donated over. Fire finally getting some lane presence against this Vladimir. Maybe actually will catch up in this matchup. Proto Belt is available for the Vladimir. Going to make his life a little bit easier in terms of wave clear. Not bad, considering Spike got tower dove there. Canadian manages to pick up 2 kills. Kind of dove a little bit hard for the Shen. Probably could have given that one up. Been happy with the Olaf kill. Especially when you have that many kills on you. Don't necessarily make a play like that. Kid of Fire putting some pressure. The bot lane Malphite pressuring Naughty Green on his red buff. That's a pretty risky play considering you don't have pressure in the mid or top lane. No jungler there either. Canadian champ with the dragon pressure. Malphite knows where the Olaf is. This is another free dragon. Is that another mountain? This could be huge in terms of towers and Baron as the game progresses. Kid of Fire catches the mid lane wave. No blue buff, but has the tier completed. He has the mana sustain now with his items for days. And the dragon goes over. Shyvana gets another 5 armor and magic resist. And a mountain dragon under her belt. Sitting on top of a ward. This is not how you do that. No pings go down. This is not the kind of communication you want to see. Oh, Mal. They were really looking for that flash ultimate coming from Kid of Fire. That was ambitious, to say the least. Malphite in the top lane. Ultimate is up along with Flash. Maybe can make a play here. 2 members of AOL coming up. Let's see if the Shen takes the bait. Oh, they are here almost. Malphite has ultimate available. Malphite lands. The GVG flashes it once again. Canadian champ might look for the big play here. However, the big teleport comes in by Malzahar to protect his bot lane. So, oh, there was a solo kill on the Sivir. I missed that completely. Holy. GVG managing the mechanical outplay once more, flashing the Malphite ult. Good play. One of the things that you can do if you know that the enemy has flashed your ult before is ult behind them, where they're going to flash. And then they will flash there, and then you will hit them. So, Spike had flash available, so even if he was out of range, he could flash forward and ult behind the Shen. And of course, the Shen will flash into the ultimate. Rift Herald goes over. Look how fast it was taken. 2 Mountain Drakes on that Shyvana with Blood Razor completed. Significantly increasing the speed of that. Kid of Fire putting some good damage on this mid lane turret. Canadian champ will proc the Rift Herald. They are looking for this first tower early in the game. In this mid lane will allow Kid of Fire to roam much more effectively. Canadian champ going to put some damage onto this tower. Vladimir cannot stop this. First tower goes over to AOL. 1k gold lead. There's ton NQ miss for Shen. In the top lane, I'm not entirely sure how Sivir died, honestly, against Tristana Janna. Tarek actually ulted as well. Wow. I kind of want to go back and watch that. We'll do it after the game. How about that? We'll go and watch it after the game. I gotta write that down somewhere. I'll write it on my to-do list, upon which things include getting to Masters, getting a girlfriend, owning a Lamborghini, none of the things I actually will achieve in my lifetime. Ziffy, moving forward, getting some good vision down. Going to have constantly push forward the line of vision for AOL to take over this game. That's exactly what you want to be doing. Moby Boost completed. Janna going to be able to move around the map much faster now to place down the vision that she wants. Redemption built towards already. Once she completes that item, there will be an unstoppable teamfight force already for AOL. Naughty Green kind of at a loss what to do against Canadian champ. Canadian champ completely out-jungling him both games. Going to be the star player of the series for sure if they win. If they lose, of course, it could be a different story. Regardless, SS Reaver completed for the Sivir. The CS lead finally getting her an advantage of some sort. Item completion, of course, being one of the biggest advantages you can have as an AD carry. Only BF Sword and Azeel sit on for the Tristana in return. Kid of Fire not equalizing the CS as I thought he would with that blue buff. Ziffy, they're going to face check this bush. Canadian champ is here. Canadian champ's going to ult forward, drags the hindsight back into the line of fire. The flash forward from Ziffy to try and tornado. Canadian champ not going to be able to catch hindsight here. Ultimate burn and the Scuttle Crab ward. Oh, the flash forward from Kid of Fire will catch him with another grasp. And that is a kill. However, now Barbie's now in trouble. Flash is available. Canadian champ is here to do the damage. Barbie's not going to flash over the wall here. Will Blue it react in time. Now Omen is in trouble. Ziffy's going to look for the solo kill. Does enough damage. Now the reset for Blue allows him to jump forward. Omen in huge trouble here. Lands a lot of damage here. The Zombies will allow him to get his ultimate heal back, but he's going to go down immediately after. Kid of Fire with the stopwatch immediately after. Going to save him from Naughty Green's damage. Now Naughty Green is in trouble. Oh, has to ult away. Has flash available. But the Malzahar Space Age with the Canadian champ flash forward will allow them to secure the kill. This game looks all AOL's pace in the top lane. Shen had ultimate available. It was canceled by Spike's ult. That's exactly what you want to do as the enemy top laner. Look for the ultimate cancel onto Shen. Follow him around. Do not let him get out of your line of sight, especially when the fight is going down like that. A big taunt comes in the top lane, and he will do a lot of damage to Spike with a lot of magic damage, take him to about 40% HP, but the tower shots will equalize the trades in the top lane. Not going to actually provide him any meaningful advantage. In the next couple of seconds, of course, may be able to kill Spike in one taunt, 3 empowered Q, autos combo. We'll see if it happens as I spelled it out. Tristana going to be able to complete her item soon with the gold that she just earned in those couple of kills with the bomb. And now, Shyvana completing Frozen Mallet, hopefully has approach velocity as well in the inspiration tree, I believe. Going to be ridiculously strong in this game. Not going to be to the level of strong as 160 CS Shyvana might have at the stage, but it's going to be really strong. The interaction between Frozen Mallet and approach velocity, of course, allowing you to stick on a target literally forever unless they have a million dashes like Riven mains. Sturdy Riven mains, by the way. Haha. Sivir, now 2 items completed. 1 and 3, though. CS lead only going to carry her so far. And, of course, Sivir is not really that strong. She's strong in laning phase. She's strong at BF Sword. And then she's not strong again until, like, 4 items. So that is the problem with Sivir in general. Tristana, of course, now completing IE. Ardent Sensor not going to be the first item for Janna. Redemption instead, so the IDE purchase a little bit suspect. Of course, the Q attack speed might be able to remedy it enough. Kid of Fire going to pick up another blue buff, going to allow him to perma push out this Vladimir in the mid lane. Maybe look for some good roams into the top or bot side jungle of Naughty Nips. Of course, as we saw before, the CS has now equalized out in the mid lane. Vlad, his CS lead completely gone with those couple of deaths that occurred. Now Ziffy and Blit looking for some aggression. Canadian champ hovering in the mid side like he should be. Malphite Shen in a very resident sleeper lane. Not a good place to focus in general. Now the next dragon, of course, on the dog. Oh, big taunt lands in from GVG in the house. Olaf is not in the area, so this is a 1v1 situation. Spike taken down to about 80% HP. It's GVG looking for some more damage. Not going to go through. Now AOL positioning for this next dragon. Is it an Infernal or a Mountain? An Infernal dragon spawns in for AOL. Is it going to be contested by Naughty Nips is the question. Olaf is in position. Shen has teleport available. Spike has teleport available as well. This could be a 5v5 situation. Kid of Fire trying to zone away Omen Naughty Green. He's in a bad spot now. Dragon will fall. Ziffy going to put down the W on the hindsight. Not going to actually be landing. However, the speed from Canadian Champ and the teleport from Spike. Wow. That was an interesting teleport, honestly. There's nothing happening, my friend. Probably some miscommunication or shot calling in terms of team fight awareness. You really only want to teleport in once the team fight is started. Oh, in the mid lane, big Nethergrass comes in on Omen. Omen has to flash away from the silence. Kid of Fire taking it extremely low, going to fall immediately. Spike's not going to have enough damage, nor taking this to really survive this 2v1. Slow will end by Naughty Green's Q, and that is a huge misplay by OL in the bot lane. Ziffy, Blue manages to kill. GVG in the house, manages to find a pick onto Canadian champ. Taunt. Blue has way too much damage right now. You see that damage from the bomb and the crit just completely evaporated. My boy Shen has no armor to speak of, except for his bases, of course, going to go down. In the mid lane, though, that will be a tower, I believe. The tower did not fall down before. So a little bit of a misstep from Kid of Fire and Spike there, going a little bit too hard, not knowing their damages really. However, Canadian champ and Blued it with Ziffy in the bot lane, pulling it back together anyway, managing to find 2 kills in return. So a bit of a misstep, but don't lose the pace anyway. Of course, Canadian champ picking up some counter jungling as well, going to be a level ahead of the Olaf on Naughty Nip's side. Naughty Green. Canadian champ showing up big this game. Blued, of course, going to be a huge menace once he completes those 3 items. Static Shiv, Infinity Edge, and the Berserker's Greaves. Going to be doing way more damage than anyone on Naughty Nips can really survive. Seraph's Embrace has been completed by Kid of Fire, so while he did a bit of a misplay there, he has 2 items completed now, Stork Boots and the Seraph's Embrace. Going to be quite tanky with that shield and doing some damage as well. Seraph's Embrace, of course, giving around like 150 AP on its own, something crazy like that. That's why it's one of the strongest items right now. Ziffy finds GVG in the house. Ziffy going to engage a little bit. Tornado will land Kid of Fire on the flank with the Flash Nethergrass available. Malphite in the bot lane with no teleport available, so just a split pushing menace for now, going to put a little bit of pressure onto that tower. However, Naughty Nips bot lane rotating towards the mid side. We can see a big team fight. Canadian champ is not there. Will the rotation make it worth it? Kid of Fire with Flash, Ghost soon available in the mid lane. Omen looking for some damage. Proto belting forward, not going to find his mark. Malphite moving towards his mid lane. Are they going to replay the same play they just attempted? Kid of Fire has Nethergrass available with Flash. Spike has ultimate available. Will Kid of Fire go for it? Naughty Green is in the mid lane to counter this. Predator comes in. Malphite is here for the counter. Big ultimate from Olaf. Going to flash away immediately from Kid of Fire. Not going to risk that fight whatsoever. Now Malphite's in a bit of trouble here. Lands the big two-man ultimate onto Vladimir and Olaf. Jiffy here to support. Canadian Champ is on the back line. The big Nether Grass comes in on Vladimir. He has no tool. He is gone. Shen ult will come down. No, that Shen ult completely canceled by the Tristana ultimate in the top lane. Not bad by Bludit. Olaf in a bad spot now. Now Bludit versus Shen in the top lane. Not going to go well for Bludit if he melee forms it. Olaf actually not going to fall in their jungle. Bludit trying to survive 1v1 against their top laner. Not a bad play by AOL, reacting to the Olaf aggression. Bit of a mistimed flash, honestly, from Kid of Fire. He kind of respected the Olaf's damage a bit too much. Not necessarily the correct play there. Baron going to be started with the two Infernals. The two mountains and the first Spike is in a bad spot. No flash or ultimate available. He's going to go down shortly. However, the Baron might go over in response. Smite lands. Oh, it's really close, actually. And it goes over to Canadian Champ. Baron secured for AOL. 4.4k gold lead, 2 mountains and an Infernal. Those two mountains, of course, enabling that Baron to be taken. A cheeky Baron, really, with all members of Nottingham's there present. If that was stolen, that actually might have been the game turner, but we do not speak of such devilish things. Shyvana has ultimate available, might look for a solo kill onto GVG in the house. He's going to ult forward. It's up to him in the next couple seconds. Soon Shen will be out of range. The Shen taunt will dodge the Canadian Champ. Shyvana ultimate. A lot of damage blocked by the W. Olaf is not in position to protect him. This is a straight up tower dive coming in from Canadian Champ. No respect whatsoever for the Shen. Running him down like an ape. Getting the kill anyway. A lot of damage coming out from Bludit here. Going to chunk the tower to about 40%. Big Olaf ultimate going to Blue Smite. Running at Canadian Champ. Kid of Fire with the Nether Grass onto the Vladimir. A bit early, honestly. Not necessarily popping that in the right time. Big combo lands from the Vladimir. Let's see if he can get any kills off of it. Tristana will go down from the ultimate. Sanguine. No, that's actually just W. And the Terror Cult will come down. Sivir versus 4 members. Vladimir is extremely low on the right. Canadian Champ focusing down. The Sivir will can't take him down. Tarek has not enough damage to break through the shields and the Triumph. Procking off the Sivir kill. Canadian Champ is a monster this game. Omen did his best in that fight to try and turn it in their favor, but they just are too behind to really make it work. All they had to do was not fall super behind in the early game, and that Vladimir could clean house, but not finding the correct rotations nor map position to really do that. Mertreads were a nice spot considering Malzahar's really only ulted him the entire game. However, Sword Boots might have allowed him to kill a couple more people there. It really is hard to say. Dragon going to come up once again. Going to be a Mountain Dragon. 3 mountains going to make the next Baron literally smooth as butter. Kid of Fire trying to steal away this red buff. Now that green is on the case. Has Smite available. Going to smite it away for certain. Kid of Fire not managing to find that. 3 items completed. Now Zanya's to counter the Olaf aggression, of course, with the Seraph's Embrace. Going to be extremely annoying on that Malzahar. You really can't kill him for a long time through the shields, through his passive, through the Zanyas. Eyes have to be the... Oh, the Ghost burned by Malzahar. That has to be a misclick. Even... Oh, the ultimate comes in by Shyvana. Diving into 3 people. Spike has ultimate and flash available. Is he going to go in for it? He's looking for it. Big 3-man ultimate on Shen, Tarek, and Vladimir. The engage comes through. Bludit in the back, free firing. Olaf comes in, going to immediately run out, not doing any damage. The Nethergrass canceled completely by the QSS on Vladimir. Now they're going to focus down the Shen in the back line. A little bit of trouble. Spike and Ziffy on the side. Not going to fall. That is a 1 for 0 so far. Omen taken to do about 1 HP. Will they find any objectives off this? Mountain Drake will go down next for certain. That will be a Mountain Dragon and 1 kill for AOL. Bit of a botch engage there, heavily forced against Naughty Nips. Tarek ultimate, I don't think is up. I think that's why they pulled the trigger there. Not bad communication going down. Could have been really bad though if just a couple of things went south. Keep in mind that Bludit can't do any damage, nor can Shyvana to people that are under Shen W. So that's going to be one of the biggest tools that Naughty Nips have to use to get back into this game. Have Bludit constantly shoot someone that has Shen W under them, doing no damage, and then hopefully wiping them in that time. Bludit, of course, opting for press the attack this game, going to do a lot more damage in general. However, has no lifesteal except for the Janna ult and Redemption. So if they can burst her fast enough, Bludit will go down almost immediately, especially to the Vladimir damage. It's going to be up to Ziffy to test his reflex skills, see if it's as good as GVG in the houses to save his AD carry from certain death. Shyvana going to be completing 4 items. 5 items, actually. We'll see how strong that Shyvana can really be. Yep, 5 items completed on that Shyvana. That is a big dragon. Ziffy walking straight into GVG in the house. What is he doing? No respect whatsoever. Going to get taunted. The 3 empowered autos. Ziffy's in a lot of trouble. Has to ult to bring them out of his range. Hindsight has flash available. Might flash here forward. Bluedit trying to whack down this Shen. Not looking for the kill. Bluedit in a bit of trouble here. Frontlining for his team. Shyvana not in position either in the mid lane. Not entirely sure what Ziffy is doing there. I think they're getting a little cocky. That is exactly the kind of play that Naughty Nips needs them to make over and over again. Try and capitalize. Hindsight did not flash forward to kill Ziffy there. Ziffy had no flash or ultimate available. It was an easy kill. Flash auto W, auto. The guy was dead. Was a dead weather forecaster. Not opting to go for it. Canadian Champ in a bit of trouble here. I think Canadian Champ gets hit by the Taric E. Now is in a 1v3 situation. Has to ult away. He's pretty safe here. Hits the blast gun. He is gone. Ultimate not available though for about 60 seconds. Oh, the re-engage comes in on Barbie's Naughty. Caught way out of position. Going to be taking about 40% HP. Flash Nethergrass coming in from Kidify. I think it's a bit of disrespect in terms of the rivalry. Not needed whatsoever. Barbie's Naughty did not use her ultimate. There was no danger of her getting out whatsoever. A little bit of pressure going to go down in the mid. Canadian Champ looking for a solo kill onto Naughty Green. The slow has been applied. Naughty Green might have to ult or flash out of here. No damage goes down actually. A lot of tankiness coming through. Owen looking for some damage. Naughty Green might look for the engage here. In the top lane, this is a 2v1 situation with the Shen and the Shyvana. Shyvana's going to push for the tower dive here. No response from Naughty Nips' laners. Spike will ult forward onto the Shen. This is a 2v1, and he goes down with that kill. This very well might be the game. Now, Kidify in a little bit of a bad spot. Predator proc for the Olaf. He's a fast boy. No Taric stun lands. Spike is melting. Currently 40% HP. Big Taric ult comes down. It's going to be invulnerability for all the members. Canadian Champ has ultimate available. Going to ultimate. Lands on all 4 members of Naughty Nips. Malphite has no ultimate to get into the fight. However, Bluedit is whacking down the mid turn right now. Not doing this fight. This is currently a 4v3 situation with no way to carry. However, Canadian Champ is just so strong it doesn't matter. He runs them down like the monkeys that they are playing like today. Canadian Champ with the star performance this game. No fear, running them down. Bluedit, of course, doing his duty as an AD carry, taking down the mid inhibitor. Could have joined that fight, would have ended the game 100%, but it looks like it's going to end anyway. And the game will go over to AOL 2-0 on Naughty Nips. Coleman with the rage quit. Going to be 2-0 for all one lane. Gonna get a little bit of revenge on Barbie's Naughty for all the shit talk has gone down in the past couple of weeks about this matchup. Definitely gonna be a satisfying game for all one lane, especially Kidify on RE in game 1 and Malzahar on game 2. Standout performance by Shyvana on hello mom. Standout performance by Shyvana, Canadian Champ, Warwick in game 1, and of course Shyvana in game 2. Doing me proud, honestly. Alright, with that, of course, no interview or whatsoever. This is not Duo Esports casting. It's just Draxyr casting. I'm going to upload this to my YouTube channel shortly after. I gotta go eat, man. I'm hungry. Oh, some good games to watch. A lot of water has been drank. But with that said, have a good evening, folks. It was a lot of fun. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.